How's it going, guys? It's Brad C at a WWE Monday Night Raw review from February 4th. As of Monday, only 62 days left till Mania 35. I'm still not looking forward to it. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So Raw starts off with Stephanie McMahon, the commissioner of Raw, in the ring. Before Stephanie could even say a word, and after she does her normal intro, Lynch's music hits. Becky Lynch comes out to the ring, so Becky comes out. Of course, Stephanie then goes and shows what happened last Monday when Becky announced that she wanted to challenge Ronda Rousey in the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 35. So then Steph goes on saying she's never seen someone smile in Ronda Rousey's angry face. I'm going to need to double check here. Has any of Ronda's opponents in UFC ever smiled in Ronda's angry face before? Like right in her face? Like at a weigh-in or a press conference or some shit. Someone's got to double check. I'll have to double check on that too. Let me know in the comments if that's ever happened before. So then Becky goes on saying that she's going to slap Ronda's head off at WrestleMania. And then Steph mentions Becky's knee brace, and then we look back at the Royal Rumble. When Becky got injured and had her knee tweaked by Nia Jax. And speaking of Nia Jax also injured R-Truth at the Royal Rumble. So now make that 10 times in the last 2.5 years that Nia Jax has injured somebody. And yet, Nia is somehow still on the main roster after all this. Like, I understand accidents happen now and again. But come on, there's gotta be a goddamn limit to it. Like, at some point, Nia's got to take responsibility for her reckless actions. Like, it's starting to get old. Like, how long will it be until... Because at this point, I could see it going until Nia kills somebody. Like, I feel like WWE's not going to do anything about Nia until she fucking kills somebody. That's the road we're going down right now. That's what's going to happen. Nia's gonna kill somebody if she keeps on this reckless path. So then, of course, Becky goes on and says that she refuses medical attention. And then Steph applauds Becky for being tough and willing to do anything to fight. But then Steph says that she can't let Becky compete unless she's cleared by WWE's medical staff. You mean the same medical staff that wouldn't clear Daniel Bryan for like 3 years for a concussion, even though doctors at UCLA with more advanced technologies than WWE, might I add, were clearing Daniel Bryan back in 2016. Those same doctors, that same staff, folks. So then Becky goes on and says that she's the glitch in Stephanie's master plan. Yes, the glitch in her master plan. And then Becky goes on and calls Stephanie Daddy's little girl. And then Becky goes on and then says that no one is stopping her from Mania. So then Stephanie goes on and calls Becky Lynch's knee injury a liability. Stephanie, your goddamn character is a liability. Shut up. And then Stephanie tells Becky, she gives Becky the ultimatum. Either see a doctor or Stephanie will have to suspend her until she sees a doctor. So then Becky still goes on and refuses. So then Stephanie goes and suspends Becky Lynch. Becky then goes and attacks Stephanie McMahon. Takes her down. Becky tries to lock and disarm her, but that knee injury comes into effect. Security guards tried to come in, but Becky would clear them all off. She'd go right back. Becky would go right after Stephanie until security pulled her off. And Stephanie would throw a kick right at Becky's bad leg when Becky was getting pulled off. And then Stephanie leaves the ring, and then Becky stands tall. After commercial break, as Becky's getting escorted out of the arena, she'd run into Ronda Rousey backstage, and then Ronda goes on and calls Becky unprofessional for attacking Stephanie and for getting suspended. Oh! Oh my god, the fucking irony in that. Ronda, you want to call out Becky for being unprofessional and attacking Stephanie McMahon and getting suspended? Ronda, you for real? What was it, Ronda? First couple months you were on the main roster, weren't you attacking Stephanie McMahon too? Like that entire build-up to Mania? And what was it, Ronda? Right after Money in the Bank, you got suspended for attacking Alexa Bliss and being unprofessional? Like, seriously, Ronda, you want to call Becky out for being unprofessional, and yet you did the exact same shit Becky did? Fuck out of here. And then you wonder now, Ronda, why people boo you. Word of advice, Ronda, you want people to stop booing you? Don't make yourself look like a hypocrite. Just go out there and just perform the match. God damn. So continuing on, that sets up for our next matchup where Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey takes on Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad. This was a boring-ass squash match. Ronda locks in the armbar for the win. The crowd starts booing Ronda. Ronda takes exception to the booing. And then Ronda decided that to shut the fans up. Ronda then challenged Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad to a match. Well, that's one way to shut the fans up, I guess. So to the next match, because this match actually had some highlights. So a couple highlights. Sarah's powerbomb into the corner was good, along with Ronda's 2 judo throws. But like the first match, it was just a quick squash match. Ronda walks in armbar. Ronda gets the tap out victory. All I say, Ronda, is don't worry about the fans. Just focus on the match at hand. So then after the match, Ruby Riott comes up and teases challenging Ronda to have Ronda go 3 for 3. But Ruby would tease and jump off the apron. But Ruby says in her defense that Liv and Sarah needed her attention. And Ronda can wait for her shot at Ruby Riott in the future. Probably Elimination Chamber or Fastlane. Take your pick. Next up, we have a fatal four corners tag team number 1 contenders match to decide who will face the Raw Tag Team Champions Bobby Roode and Chad Gable at Elimination Chamber. We have Heavy Machinery, Otis Dozovich and Tucker Knight versus the Lucha House Party, Grandma Talik and Dorado. The B team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, aka the Bandwagon team, actually. And the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. Highlights of the match. Gron's arm drag and missile dropkick was good. The Lucha's double dropkick was also good too. Along with Tucker's 2 back body slams and Heavy Machinery's double headbutts. Otis's power slam was good. Tucker's dropkick was good along with the Lucha's double moonsaults. Heavy Machinery's double splash is good along with Scott's side suplex. The Revival's double gutbuster was good. Wednesday's instant carry followed by a crossbody was good along with his 2 drop kicks. Wednesday's double stunner was good too along with suicide dive. Bandwagon team's double neckbreaker was good too. Otis's caterpillar elbow was good too along with Tucker's overhead suplex. Match ending. Revival hit the Shatter Machine on Bo Dallas. Dash Wilder gets the 3 count for the win. So Revival will get a shot at Roode and Gable for the Raw Tag Team titles. And this time, Revival didn't need any cheap tactics to win. They actually won clean. So there we go. The Revival finally got a clean win. So the next up, we get a segment. So we have Kurt Angle coming out to the ring. Kurt comes out. Kurt, of course, is addressing his future in the WWE. After a tough, embarrassing loss to Baron Corbin last week. So Kurt goes on, he mentions the 3 I's that he's always lived by. Intensity, integrity, and intelligence. And Kurt goes on saying the last 20 years, Kurt has accomplished everything he's wanted to accomplish in WWE. Yeah, Kurt's done it all. He's a Grand Slam champion. Done it all. And then Kurt says that he's glad to have the fans remind him he sucks. Actually, Kurt, here's the difference between your "you suck" chance and John Cena sucks chance. We the fans don't actually think you suck, Kurt. However, we the fans think John Cena sucks. There's a difference. And then Kurt goes on saying that the last couple weeks he's had the 3 Ds, which are doubt, defeat, and depression. And then Kurt, of course, mentions his gold medal, which he won with a broken fucking neck. I know it's broken friggin' neck, but what's the difference? It's almost saying friggin' because it's a PG show and they can't drop the F-bomb on a PG show. But of course, Kurt says that there's one opponent he can't defeat, and that's Father Time. So then Baron Corbin's music hits, Baron Corbin comes out. Baron Corbin then asks if Kurt wants everyone to feel sorry for him. Shh, Baron, we want to hear his retirement speech. We don't need this fucking pity speech from you. So then Baron says that Kurt's speech should have been his Hall of Fame speech and Kurt should have stayed away. And then Baron goes on saying that Kurt abused his power. Huh? Baron, are you on fucking crack? Fuck out of here, too. Kurt... When the fuck has Kurt ever abused his power? The only time Kurt ever put himself in a match was on 2 different occasions. TLC 2017 when Roman Reigns was not cleared because he got the mumps. And then Mania 34 to team with Ronda Rousey. And how many matches did you put yourself in, Baron, when you were GM? Let's see. Honestly, I lost track after 10. So really, Baron, you want to pull that shit? Get the fuck out of here. So then Kurt's goes on and then says that he'll break Baron's ankle. And then Drew McIntyre's music hits. Drew McIntyre comes out. And then Drew goes on saying that Kurt has fear now. But Drew also applauds Kurt for having no quit. But Drew then says that tonight will be the last time we'll see Kurt Angle in a WWE ring. So then Drew and Baron go to ringside as they're about to get in the ring and attack Kurt. Braun Strowman's music hits. Braun Strowman comes out to the ring. Braun comes to Kurt Angle and both of them take out Baron and Drew. Don't worry, we will revisit this situation a little bit since you'll see why. But continuing on, next up we get a women's tag team elimination chamber qualifying match. There's the wording. We have Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on the team of talentless diva Alicia Fox and talented women's wrestler Nikki Cross. But before the match, as Bayley and Sasha were making their entrance, Alicia and Nikki would come out from behind and attack Bayley and Sasha for pre-match assault. The matchup would eventually get underway. Highlights, and Alicia fails in the match. Bayley's sliding clothesline was good along with her power slam. Bayley's head toss is good. Alicia's selling looked like garbage once again. We also had Bayley's crossbody, which was good. Alicia's strikes looked fake as fuck and reckless. Bayley's 2-side suplex is good. Alicia's scissor kick was just terrible. Just looked like terrible. Bayley then striking Alicia while hanging upside down. Very well done there. Yeah, Alicia, you suck. Like, if you're getting hit while someone is hanging upside down, that just shows your talent level. Nikki's Bulldog was good, too, along with her crossbody off the apron. Alicia would go and grab Bayley's hair. So we have hair pulling. So then Bayley goes on. She'd roll up Alicia. I believe this pinfall was botched because Alicia's foot was on both Alicia's feet were on the rope. Referee didn't see it, and Bayley gets the 3 count for the win. So, who is to blame here? Alicia Fox and Bayley for not having great in-ring presence, or the referee for not seeing it? Take your pick, folks. I think they're both to blame. But after the match, while Alicia and Nikki were on ringside, Alicia go and tell the crowd that it was Nikki Cross's fault that Alicia lost the match. It isn't Nikki's fault, Alicia, that you lost, Alicia. It's your own fault, dumbass. Where's your professionalism? Fuck me. So next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get Jeff Jarrett versus Elias. Yes, Jeff Jarrett is competing in a WWE match for the first time in 20 years. Before the match, Road Dogg would come out and he'd be wearing a Damian Lillard jersey since they were in Portland, and one of the main teams in Portland is the Trailblazers. So Road Dogg and then Jeff Jarrett come out, they do their little intros, and then they decide to finish their song from last week. So then Elias comes out as they're getting close to the end of their song. And then Elias goes on saying that Road Dogg and Jeff Jarrett haven't aged well. And then Elias said that he'd rather watch Maroon 5 in the Super Bowl halftime than watch Road Dogg and Jeff Jarrett do their song. And speaking of Maroon 5 halftime, the Super Bowl ratings came in. Super Bowl averaged around 98.2 million viewers. The halftime show was roughly the same viewing. So yeah, I don't even need to look up WWE's view count to know that Super Bowl blew WWE right out of the water. I told you, Vince. I tried telling you. It was a terrible idea to go up against the Super Bowl. And plus, since you had it on the WWE Network, we could just rewatch it any goddamn time we want. So really, there's really no point of watching it live, and we can just rewatch it later on after the game ends. So word of advice, Vince, if you really want people to care about halftime heat, how about you air it once and then never air it again? That way people will have to tune in if they want to see it. But honestly, Vince, never try competing up against the Super Bowl ever again. There was a reason why he didn't do it for 20 years. This was the reason why, because you knew you were going to get your ass kicked. And you got your ass kicked. Again. And also one of the main protests about this, honestly, the Maroon 5 halftime show, I didn't think it was that bad. I think the only complaint I've heard from people is everyone's complaining about Adam Levine's nipples because he took his shirt off and showed his nipples, and everyone freaked out. Because I guess Adam Levine's nipples were offensive, and they're not PC. It's like, really? All you oversensitive snowflakes are getting fucking triggered over a pair of nipples. A pair of nipples. A pair of fucking nipples. Grow the fuck up. Seriously, I guarantee you that isn't the first pair of nipples you've ever seen, and they sure as shit won't be the last ones. Like, god damn it. No wonder people think today's society is a joke. Because we got oversensitive snowflakes getting triggered over a pair of fucking nipples. Give me a fucking break. But let's continue back on topic. So then Elias goes on and says that Portland isn't important enough to have an NFL team. Oh yeah, because I know that Portland really wants an NFL team. It would actually work. It would actually work if they did get an NFL team there. They can immediately have a rivalry right off the bat with Seattle. It could work. Portland can do it. It's just we gotta find a way to get a team in there. Whether it be another expansion or just relocate a team. So then Elias goes and then tells Road Dogg to go back to SmackDown Live to ruin that show and ruin Raw. Oh wait, yeah, because Road Dogg is a producer for SmackDown. And Road Dogg is also a yes man. One of Vince McMahon's yes men. So if you're wondering one of the main reasons why WWE sucks, look no further than Road Dogg, folks, in terms of booking. That's who you point the fingers at and when I refer to yes men. Names like him, names like Pat Patterson, names like Gerald Briscoe, whoever the fuck's still left here. Continuing on, though. Jeff then goes and attacks Elias for pre-match assault. But we would get eventually to the match. So highlights in the match. Jeff's rights were good too, along with his hip toss. Elias' punt jump knee was good, along with a standing suplex and his elbow drop. Jeff would botch a jawbreaker, Like, it just looked like crap. Jeff's splash to the head on the mid-rope was okay. Match ending, Elias hits the drift away. Elias gets the 3 count for the win. After the match, Road Dogg will go in and attack Elias for post-match assault. Jeff then grabs the guitar and then smashes Elias with it, but the guitar doesn't disintegrate into a million pieces. It mainly just stands firm. So in other words, Jeff, haha, you failed to break the guitar. So continuing on. Next up, we get another one-on-one match. We get Finn Balor versus what was supposed to be Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. Before the match, Lio Rush would go and call it a match between Finn and Bobby. A mouse versus Mack truck match. Interesting wording, my friend. So then Bobby Lashley then goes on and says that he's better than Brock Lesnar. But WWE booking doesn't think that because they're so goddamn inconsistent and made you look like shit again. And then Bobby says that Finn will instead face Lio Rush tonight. And if Finn can entertain Bobby good enough, Bobby might give Finn a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. So right before Lio and Finn were about to get ready to go, Bobby Lashley would go and attack Finn Balor for pre-match assault. So now that's 3 matches in a row we've had pre-match assault. We would get to the match. Highlights of the match. Finn's single leg was good along with his low drop kick. Bobby Lashley would get involved, but instead of the ref disqualifying Bobby, the ref took option B and ejected Bobby Lashley from ringside. Hey, that ain't a bad idea. But then after that, Leo's suicide dive was good along with Finn's enziguri. Leo's avalanche hurricane Rana from the top rope was good too. Finn's double leg stomp was also into a stomp there. It was very well done. Finn's sleepway was good. Leo's springboard stunner was very well executed. Finn's missile dropkick looked good. Match ending. Finn hits the coup de grace. Finn gets the 3 count for the win. Well, and we also find out that in 3 weeks, in Atlanta, Georgia, we will be celebrating Ric Flair's 70th birthday. Damn, that man is 70 years old? Well, if we look on the photo on my wall here... Nah, actually, you know what? I'm not going to go there. We're just going to move on. So then right after, Paige comes out, and then it's just for Paige so she can promote her own movie, Fighting for My Family. So yeah, we'll just go and continue on. Skip. So next up, we get a segment. We get Moment of Bliss with Alexa Bliss again. Alexa Bliss's special guest is the debuting EC3 from NXT. So then Alexa goes on and says that EC3 has a large bank account. Oh, Alexa, we all know you didn't mean bank account. We all know you meant something else, but you couldn't say it because Monday Night Raw is a PG show. And then Alexa asks EC3 the ultimate question. What brand will EC3 compete on? Will it be Raw? Will it be SmackDown? Will EC3 do the most smartest thing and try and get back to NXT? Very unlikely on the third one, but you never know. So then Nia Jax comes out and Tamina. So yeah, Nia Jax, the botch cow. Nia goes on saying that no one cares about EC3. And then Nia says that we should talk about her week. And then Nia took joy in injuring Becky Lynch. Nia, you stupid idiot. You're not supposed to take joy in injuring somebody in WWE. Like, the whole point of professional wrestling is not to injure the son of a bitch. Like, Nia, if you wanted to injure people, MMA exists for a goddamn reason. Honestly, with you injuring 10... let me get the wording right. With 10 different instances of you injuring somebody in the last 2.5 years, you could probably kill somebody in UFC, or MMA, for that matter. But then next up, Dean Ambrose will then come out. Of course, Dean is going to address Nia Jax after Nia interrupted Dean last week. And then Dean says that Nia has a crush on him. Oh, so we got a little love triangle going here. And then Dean says that he gets Nia's confusion because of Dean's sexual posture. Whoa, 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 Dean. Whoa, easy. This is a PG show. I just had this same talk with Alexa when Alexa wanted to talk about EC3's large bank account. Easy, easy. So then Dean tells Nia to stay away from him. Yes, Nia, stay away from Dean. Sorry, Dean's taken. Dean's married to Renee Young. Try again later. So then Dean goes and then knocks EC3's mic out of his hands. And then Dean asks EC3 who he is. So then EC3 goes and then strikes Dean Ambrose because talk is cheap. And then that sets up an impromptu one-on-one match. We get EC3 versus Dean Ambrose. So a few highlights in this match. EC3's double leg was good along with his power slam and his elbow drop and his inverted DDT. Dean's strikes were good. Oh, good too. Match ending. EC3 would roll up Dean Ambrose in a jackknife pin. EC3 gets the 3 count for the win. So they really made Dean Ambrose look like crap here. And yes, I am aware about the whole contract situation. Because after Mania 35, Dean might be fucking off from this gong show of a company. Maybe to join All Elite because it was also revealed Dean's contract that he rejected. Because Dean rejected an extension with WWE. An extension that would have been 5 years and paying Dean over $1 million a year. There you go, Dean. Don't give in to the money. Go to AEW. Go to All Elite with Cody Rhodes and the Bullet Club and Chris Jericho. It is your destiny. Do it, my child. You will be successful. You will be the top heel, and it's supposed to be a goddamn work. It's supposed to be a goddamn work. Are you fucking shitting me? Got me all hyped up just for me to find out maybe a fucking work? A storyline? God damn it. We'll talk about this next week. We might talk about that in Unsolved Mysteries next week. I'm just taking a couple weeks off. I'm just giving Unsolved Mysteries a couple weeks off because I think it's safe to say throughout the last couple months, I've overused the shit out of Unsolved Mysteries. I've overmilked it badly, and that milk is starting to get sour. But let's continue on. Next up, we get to our main event. Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman against Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. Highlights in the match. Kurt's German suplex was good too, along with Braun's drive-by. Kurt's second German suplex is good too. Drew's Glasgow kiss was good, along with his angle slam. Drew would lock in the ankle lock, but Kurt would roll out of it. Braun's splash, followed by a hammer fist, is good too. Drew's twisting neck breaker was very well done too. Baron and Drew's double side suplex is good too. Braun would hit a suplex on Drew. Drew would botch. Actually, yeah, let me reword this. Braun would try and go for a double suplex. He would hit one successfully on Drew, but on the Baron one, Braun completely botched Baron. Either that or Baron completely botched the way it was supposed to go. But yeah, 1 out of 2 was botched. Continuing on though, Kurt's 3 German suplexes were good. Kurt would hit the angle slam on Baron, but Drew would break up the pin at 2. Braun would then go and attack Baron Corbin, but since Braun was not the legal man, and Baron was not the legal competitor, that Braun would end up forcing a DQ. So Baron and Drew were going to win this match regardless. So then after that, Braun would then go and continue to attack Baron Corbin for post-match assault. Braun would throw Baron into the barricade. Drew would then go and hit a Claymore of Braun that sent Braun right into the crowd. Then Drew and Baron would both attack Kurt Angle. Braun would get back in the ring to prevent a double choke slam onto Kurt into the steel steps. Braun would then go and hit a choke slam on the Baron Corbin. And then Braun would hit a choke slam on the Drew onto the steel steps. And then Kurt and Bear Braun are standing tall, and that's how he ends Raw. So overall, Raw, it was pretty trash, to be perfectly honest. I was bored for most of it. So Raw rating, trash episode. Episode gets 2 out of 10 out of me. What else is there to say? I want this sport company to succeed, but they keep making me say bad things. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out.